Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Paok Europa League preview. Manchester United face Paok on Thursday, the 7th of November at Old Trafford at 8 o'clock at the Theatre of Dreams. And what I think is a game where the 3 points are needed. We played 3 games in the Europa League so far in this new format. We have 0 wins, 0 losses, but 3 draws, and we have 3 points on the board in the Europa League, which puts us 24th in the new format. And Paok are 30th in the new format, 6 places above bottom with a point. They have 0 wins, 1 draw, and 2 defeats in their last 3 games. So both sides coming into this game who are yet to have a win in the Europa League this season. And it's mad. We have more points than them, but still we have the same wins as them, which is 0. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one on Thursday. I mean, look, we are and we should be, I hope we are anyways, the favourites to win this game. We don't make life easy for ourselves in Europe. And, I mean, just looking at the league here, or the Europa League format here, whatever way you want to call it, a win would put us, well, maybe a 5th, depending on how the other teams do. We could push ourselves up a bit more. But yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, let's just see what happens anyways. But we just need the win. We really need the win in this game. Both sides looking for the win, of course. I mean, I'm just trying to have a look there how many games we have left in the Europa League. Paok, Victoria, Pleasant, I hope I'm saying them right. Rangers, FCSB. So it looks like we have 4 games left in the Europa League. Who are FCSB? Please tell me the actual name. I can't find it. But anyways, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. But as you can see beside me, there will be a watch-along on Thursday from 7:45 p.m. I know I did say there would have been a watch-along for the game against Chelsea on Sunday. But look, I'm going to be honest with you. We're all friends here. We all get along. I went out on Saturday night. Had a good time. A bit too much of a good time. And I didn't have the energy to do a watch-along. I didn't have the head for it. So I hope you all understand. And it's Manchester United to watch. You need to have it. You need to be your 100% self to watch Manchester United play football. So look, Thursday there will be a watch along. There should be no reason. What the hell is going on with the hair? There should be no reason why there shouldn't be a watch along unless I get shot in the process. But that should be fine. We should be all right there. So join us for the watch along on Thursday. It is an 8 o'clock kickoff. We'll be live 15 minutes beforehand as usual, unless anything drastic happens with them, maybe earlier. So yeah, let's hope we can get the win let's hope we get the first win in the Europa League. We need the win. It wouldn't have us certain, but at least we can push ourselves up there. We want to finish in the top. Is it the top 8? Go straight through, or something like that. Top 8, top 10. The new format. I don't get it. Maybe we're lucky it's a new format because if it was group stages, we probably would have been 4th or 3rd. It'd be better than where we are now, 20 whatever. But you get what I mean, But again, do like this preview if you can. Comment your predictions and expectation for this game. And do subscribe if you haven't already. Be much appreciated. Subscribe to our socials, links in the description. So yeah, I mean, look, obviously, coming into this game, we can all look at it positively and say, oh, we're unbeaten in our last 2 games. Look, I'll be honest. I'm going to say, look, it's a clean slate from the, West Ham, Fenerbahce and Brentford were the games Ten Hag was manager in. 2-1 win against Brentford, 1-0 draw against Fenerbahce, 2-1 defeat against West Ham. And then obviously Leicester and Chelsea are rude sort of games. Well, they are. 5-2 win against Leicester in the Carabao Cup, a 1-1 draw against Chelsea in the Premier League last Sunday. So 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss is what we have to our name coming into this game. I mean, I always say, look, we're as good as our last game, and I think Chelsea on Sunday, our attack did let us down. I'll be honest, I didn't think the midfield was that great, to be honest, which I just didn't think we had that sort of, that, what's the word I'm looking for, control in the midfield with Ugarte and Casemiro in the double pivot. So, yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest, Chelsea weren't great on Sunday. They weren't great on Sunday. I think many people, even Manchester United fans, expected Chelsea to beat us. Just how things are with both clubs at the moment. Chelsea seem to be in a better position than us at this moment in time. So I think the attack was poor. Rashford, Garnacho, Rasmus, he was okay. He loves a physical battle. He wasn't bad. He wasn't terrible. That's one thing I'll say. He wasn't terrible. Ahmad came on. He seems to be just begging for minutes at the moment. He should be getting the minutes. He shouldn't be begging for them. Obviously, he's not, but he'd appreciate a couple of minutes under his belt. And this game against Paok, I hope I'm saying them right as well. If I'm not, I apologise. He should be starting this game. It's a game that would start him in actually as well. It really, really is. Looking at team news, Mount is back in training. Obviously, no Mainu or Maguire, but supposing they're both pushing to return. And again, Shaw, Yoro are among those who remain out, and a couple of other faces as well. I did see something, supposedly Rude said, again, I think it was from United District, they said that Rude said it looks like Ericsson could be returning, so let's hope that's a possibility. It would just be nice to have numbers back in the midfield, to be honest with you. If Dan Gaul was, ready to rumble, and who's on the bench even, it's numbers in the midfield, because we're really lacking there at this moment in time. I think we have Fletcher and what's your other, Fitzgerald, who are sort of our two youngsters on the bench who are midfielders. Look, many people, are talking about our midfield, our attack, and they have every right to. They have every right to as well. Again, obviously you can throw Xerxes in there. Who else can you throw in there? You can obviously Garnacho's there, Rashford, Bruno. I know Bruno's a midfielder, but he loves to be up there in the attack every now and again. Xerxes, since he's come in, hasn't been great, and I don't want to put too much pressure on him or too much out on him because he's only new. But what I've seen of him so far, not good. But again, look, he's only new. I hope he can get better. But I feel like some Manchester United fans' patience on him are getting it. They're running low with Xerxes. They're running out of patience for him. And look, I can see why. I can see why. Rasmus is a better player than Xerxes at this moment in time. And look, I think, I'm not being bad enough, but Xerxes he doesn't have the pace. He has the height. He's just more of a, like I know he said before, he's not a 9, he's not a 10, he's a 9.5. Xerxes is just one of those players that, he stays in the box and he just shouldn't have any run to do. Just put the ball onto his head. Again, I get, giving Xerxes, getting Xerxes on, giving minutes because he's new, see what things can happen. Obviously, Erasmus is still, he's not back long. So, Van Nistelrooy obviously now, as interim, doesn't want to put him through too much minutes in case that injury comes around again. Because Rasmus actually, he's not doing too bad. I wouldn't say he's lighting Old Trafford on fire in terms of scoring goals and performances and whatnot, but let's hope he can get back rumbling as well. But he hasn't been doing too bad. But our attack is a worry. I've seen something on Sky Sports last night. Where we are in terms of goal scoring, creating chances, XG, creating chances, whatever, like anything that has to do with attack, it's poor. It is very, very poor. And it's a concern looking at a stature in a team like Manchester United that are poor. We should be up there in the top ranks. And this is one thing I hope Ruben Amorim can sort out when he comes in. And I think with Ruben Amorim, we should, just keep our patience with him. Like I don't think he's going to come in for that Ipswich game and light the house on fire. Because he's going to come in with a new system, whether it's the 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1, or he may go with 5 at the back. I'll be very surprised if he does. But you never know with the wing backs what he's going to do with it. But still, I think when Ruben Amorim comes in, he's going to have the international break, and I think I'd actually love if none of the Manchester United players got called up for the international break, because then Ruben Amorim can have time with the rest. But the usual suspects will probably still get called up, like Bruno, Garnacho, Ugarte, Mazraoui, Liche, Dele, Dallo, you name it. Like, a good chunk of our players could potentially get called up when that comes around. But the players he does, so he won't have a lot of time with all of the team, but hopefully the time he does have, he can give them some sort of an idea. Because look, I don't care. We're all crying out for a style of play. Ruben Amorim has a style of play that hopefully we can all get behind, and hopefully it works, and we can get back to the pinnacle again, winning all sorts of trophies and competing with this, all the best teams. And hopefully he can do that, and I pray and hope he does. But I hope, it like come Christmas time, we're all said, "Oh my God, Ruben Amorim, what did we do? Said why we shouldn't have brought him in. We knew it's not gonna. He's not gonna come in, and we're not gonna be competing for the title anytime soon. This season, regardless of how we do, we're not competing for the title or anything else. But I just hope that when he does come in, he can do his bit justice. But Garnacho the other day wasn't great. Look, he's only a young lad. He's only young, but he still wasn't good enough on Sunday. And that's one of the reasons why I drop Garnacho on Thursday. I drop him, and yeah, I actually think Garnacho, when you bring Garnacho on, he's more of a threat coming on from the bench. And I do like Garnacho. I think he is a good player, but Sunday just didn't seem to be up to the races, unfortunately. So yeah, look, the attack is a really, really big concern for us, and we're just struggling to find the net. We're struggling to create. The attacking form just isn't great. From the attack, nothing. Manchester United and attack at the moment and scoring goals is just so poor. And you look like, let's just name our attacking players. Injured or fit. You have Rasmus, you have Xerxes, you have Anthony, you have Ahmad, you have Garnacho, you have Rashford. Am I missing anyone? I don't think I am. Obviously, Bruno likes to be, up there every now and again. So I don't know. None of our attackers seem to be flying at the moment, and we need to quit, because goals win games, and we're not scoring goals. We're struggling to find the back end in it. Look, if we don't, obviously, when I say this, people are going to be like, well, obviously, Dean, we don't get that penalty on Sunday, we don't score, and Chelsea win. It's as simple as that. So, look, it was a penalty. We were drawing the end. Both teams aren't really that great. If we knew how to find the back of the net, who knows, maybe we would have won that game. But it's a bit like West Ham as well, actually. We had chances against West Ham, but we struggled to find the back of the net. And that game should have been probably 3 or 4-0 up at half time. Leicester, against a poor Leicester side, who, when I say poor, we'll say a weakened Leicester side. I wouldn't say poor, that's a bit unfair, because a weakened is probably the word I'd use. Because the Carabao Cup, they made a few changes. Teams know where we're at, and yeah, we were probably went a bit stronger than maybe we imagined. So that's just how it is. But I would start them out in this game. I think regardless of how well Garnacho or Rashford are doing, I think he should just drop Garnacho, because I think a lot of people are putting pressure on him, and just drop him. Don't play him this game. They obviously, bring him on 60th, 70th minute, but I think we should give Ahmad a bit of game time as well, because he does do good bits and bobs when he plays. Just give him game time, man. Just give him game time. But yeah, because Ruben Amorim will probably be watching our next few games. He'll be watching the game against Paok on Thursday. He'll be probably watching the game against Leicester on Sunday. And then, so I'll probably be watching our next 2 games, because obviously that's the time we're recording this. Sporting are playing Manchester City at 8 o'clock tonight. It's his last home game, it's his last Champions League game at home with Sporting. So you can pretty much say it's a farewell game for Ruben. But he'd be watching our next few games, and it'd be why this player, I wouldn't let's play this player that. But he'll know. He'll probably have a rough idea on what he's going to go when he comes in. But he'll definitely be watching our games, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was watching the game against Leicester City last weekend. Or last Wednesday, when we beat them. I wouldn't be surprised then. So yeah, but look, Ahmad should start for me. And look, it's a game. It's at home. It's at Old Trafford. I'd start Ahmad in this game. But yeah, look, in terms of Paok, here is their form. Obviously, they're second in their league. So they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss coming into this game. Literally the same type of form as us: 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. A 1-1 draw against Athens, a 2-2 draw against Victoria Pleasant, a 2-1 defeat against Ofi, a 3-0 win against Galileo, and a 2-1 win against Lamia. Look, I just want to say they have an ex-Manchester United player, Shola Shora. I'm sure we all remember Sholo. In terms of team news, former Liverpool centre-back Dejan Lovren, ex-Wolves full-back Johnny, plus Babar Rahman and Timu Bakayoko, both ones of Chelsea are on their roster. However, Lovren is negligible, and Bakayoko has been out injured. Tayson returned to the 11 for the win at Lamia, while Shalav pressed his claims with an eye-catching performance as a substitute. But Konstantelios was sidelined for the game. But look, probably nowhere near as much injuries as we do. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Paok, to be brutally honest with you. Obviously, I know they're second in the Greek league. What did I say? They were 30th in the Europa League group stage. We're 24th. They have a goal difference of -3, but then we have a goal difference of 0. So yeah, I don't want people to think I'm disrespecting them, because I'm not. I just don't know much about them. To be blunt, obviously Paok, they're second, obviously, in the Greek league, like I said, with a goal with 20 points, 6 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Goals for 17, goals against 8, goals against 9, goal difference 8, 20 points, 10 games played. So they're doing better in their league than we are in our league. We're like 13th with a goal difference, probably in the minuses. But look, can Paok beat Manchester United? Look, I don't want to sit here and say it should be an easy win for Manchester United, but I do think we're a lot stronger than them. We should have what we don't really show much, or if we even have it. We should have enough quality and enough strength on the bench, or that's the starting 11, to be able to beat them. But look, a Paok would love nothing more to turn up at Old Trafford and beat the mighty Manchester United under Rude's tricky Reds. But look, in terms of predicted 11, here's what I'm going to go with. Onana in goals, a back four, Mzraoui left back, and a centre-back partnership of Evans and Delay and Dallo right back. A midfield trio of Ugarte, Ericsson and Bruno Fernandes, and an attacking line of Rashford on the left, Ahmad on the right, and Højlund up top. I'll be honest with you, I had Ahmad starting left back and Mzraoui starting right back, but then I thought, will Rude want to do that? I hope he does start Ahmad. Because look, we all know what Ruben likes to do. He likes to play wing back. So could we see Ahmad play there? Is it too soon to play him as a wing back in Ruben's 11? Maybe it is, but it wouldn't be worth. It wouldn't. I wouldn't look if Rude starts Ahmad on Thursday. I'll actually be delighted. I'm like, lovely starting Ahmad. Let's see what this lad can do, because you've seen him play pre-season and he didn't do too shabby. Let's see him play again. That's what I'd do. And I had Mzraoui playing right back, dropped that out because he's been a bit iffy lately. Ericsson, look, I hope he's back. I didn't think, again, Ugarte didn't play well on Sunday either, but Casemiro, he's older. He's not going to be able to play a lot of minutes as Ugarte would, or Bruno. So, again, Ericsson can't really play that many minutes either, but I don't want to burn him out, so I'll play Ericsson because he likes to ping a long ball and he does well in that position. I think he helps us a lot more coming forwards as well. Like, again, I mentioned why I start Ahmad. Just, I think he can be, when you play him, he doesn't do much wrong. He's a threat. He just puts his head down, gets stuck in. For such a small, innocent-looking player, he can do a good job. And again, Rasmus, he doesn't have physical value. He's not doing too shabby, and Rashford as well. I just don't think Ruud will want to drop my Tom Soon, but similar to Ten Hag, and get that form back up and running. So yeah, again, the centre backs. Again, I was going to go Evans, Lindelof, but then that's a bit too slow for me. And I'm sure Paok have a couple of players who have pace. If they have one or two players with pace, that'll play up top or even in the midfield, they'll see, right, they have two centre backs who aren't young, haven't got much pace. Let's go for it. And Eriksen hasn't got much pace either, so yeah, I'd have the lit in there. The lit's not the quickest, but still, here's my preferred 11: Onana, Amas left back. I'd still go with Evans still it. That's just me being me. I'll drop Leach for this game. Don't want to burn him out either. And Mazraoui right back. The midfield, I'd keep, and the attack, I'd keep. I wouldn't mind seeing Jack Fletcher play. No, I wouldn't mind seeing him start, to be brutally honest with you. But look, in terms of score prediction, I'm going to go with... Look, I know I mentioned about our attack and struggling to score goals, but it's Paok. We put 5 against Leicester who won the Prem. No disrespect to Leicester or Paok, but I'm going to go... We should be able to score at least 2 or 3 past them. Here's hoping. So I'm going to go with Manchester United 3, Paok 1. So maybe saying, Dino, what are you smoking? I don't know. But it's a Manchester United 3 win. Who knows? It could be a dodgy 1-0 win to Manchester United, but it's Paok. If we make this game tough and we struggle to win, I mean, look, these players need sacking as well. Ten Hag got the sack. Some of the players could do with a bit of sacking as well. In terms of goal scorers, I'm going to go with Rasmus. Ooh, this, I don't like this. I'm going to go ballsy. Dele, Ahmad, and Rasmus. That's what I'm going to go. I'm going to go ballsy. I know, call me crazy. So yeah, that was my score prediction. And yeah, look, thanks buddy for watching the Manchester United versus Paok preview, Europa League preview. Don't forget to watch along on Thursday from 7:45 p.m. Let us know what you thought of the preview. Let us know what you thought of my predictions, what we discussed. Hope you enjoyed the game on Thursday. Let's hope we can get the win, and I'll speak to you on Thursday for the watch along. Please like the video, comment your expectations and predictions for the game, and subscribe. Follow our social links in the description. I'll speak to you on the next one. Come on, let's get the win. Come on, the boys. Speak to you.